Of course we are right then.
I wish we were
Hi,
already
hello.
live. That would have been a great intro.
Welcome on in for episode 53 of Indy by Night. Episode title, The Other Side. Hannah is having some terrible Wi-Fi issues that she is trying to work through. So I apologize. We would look weird for the moment. We actually almost look right.
Very close.
But we are going to be going around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing, and then we will go ahead and kick it off. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with Warren.
And new, not Carter. Is that
Correct.
right?
Yes, you're going to be introducing your new
Ooh.
characters.
Yeah, I'm
this
playing
evening.
Carter. I'm going to spend the whole session going like this.
Help me!
My name's Warren. I am playing a new kindred named Luca.
Lucas. You know, I play a lot of Welcome to the Game 2, and Lucas is one of the main things that can kill you, so I have already just terrible nightmares about the name Lucas.
I don't think this kindred is likely to kill you. He probably could, but
That's what we said about Carter, too, and here we are. 2 killed kindred
Carter's
later.
a monster. Carter's always been a monster.
Yeah, facts. Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm going to be playing Dimitri again, the Ventru, and ready to kind of dive back into that.
I was like, how does it feel to rebrand the title? We're here.
I have been practicing accent all day.
I could only imagine what people around you like, what the hell?
I'm like, why is that guy talking? Is he Russian?
Since when?
Yeah. My boss was like, you really got to knock that shit off.
And last but not least, at least for the time being, we have Ian.
I timed it right this time. Hey, I'm Ian, formerly playing Michael the Ravnos, currently playing Claudius B. Wellington of the Hikata. So, watch out. I'm outside my comfort zone on this one, y'all.
Bro, did you say B. Wellington?
We'll figure that out. Don't jump ahead in the story.
I believe this kindred must be very hoity-toity.
You could tell
Don't jump
because of
ahead
the
in the
B.
story.
I know what that... Does he happen to work at like a ladies' club?
No.
Ooh.
If he,
Oh,
if they,
coming to the stage right now, ladies, it's Claudius Beef Wellington.
watch yourself. We don't know what the B stands for yet. Okay.
I think we do, though.
We don't not know, okay? We get it.
You don't know.
I think I do, actually. I would be the one to know.
Fine.
But as a recap of sort of the things that have gone on, it has been a very long night for Carter and Michael. The death of 2 very close friends. A new, I want to go as far as calling them a coterie, but a new group was formed as sort of a minimal punishment for assisting the dynamic duo that is Dimitri and Eva on breaking, and I don't even know if breaking is the right word, but like absolutely destroying any sort of masquerade that was being held inside of Indianapolis. And while that was taking place, a very long car ride was underway as Eva and Dimitri took a ride and got in an Uber that was called for them by Michael that Michael doesn't remember.
I forgot that I helped.
And shortly after they were picked up, The driver was then swiftly executed. The car was stolen. And Dimitri and Eva went to get some very small things that they would need to go deep, deep, deep underground. So far underground, they took a very long drive, staying in some not super great hotels, and finally made it to, I wanted to say small town for some reason, but that's very not the case. A very large city of Boston. Definitely using some of the external areas to do any minor hunting that they needed to do from time to time, but trying not to be too much of a notice where they could be picked up in any sort of way. Where we're picking up our story is 1 week later. It's been officially 1 week since the masquerade breach inside of Indianapolis. Eva and Dimitri have found a rundown and long since used portion of the subway in Boston. Found a couple of doors that they could use both of their very supernatural strength to be able to bend bars, bend metal, to make sure that those doors stayed closed until they needed them open. With that being said, Dimitri, it has been a very long week. Even the last 3 nights have been difficult in the terms of hunting. Not a lot of people that are naturally in your state of emotion when you're looking for hunting. So it takes you quite a bit. One of the 3 nights you actually even go without getting any sort of feeding because there's just not any sort of opportunity that doesn't bring too much attention to yourself. But it is the first time, and maybe since your embrace, where you have felt truly cut off from the rest of the world. You may be still moving in it, seeing the nightlife, but there is no tower to have your back. There is no coterie to support. Just you and Eva. It is a brand new night this evening. So I would like you to go ahead and make a rouse check for me and see how we're starting off this evening.
Poorly.
I love that for me. All right.
Of course you do.
You go ahead and you start off at that wonderful, wonderful 2 hunger.
Is it 2 or 1?
It will be
Oh,
1.
yeah, it'll be-
It'll be 2, because we went the whole week. You would have been down to 1. So you wake up for the most part as rested as you can be. You're used to having very comfy beds to lay in, very high style life, and now you are sleeping on probably what is either a makeshift table or a small cot you guys have sort of put together for the best part of trying to get some sort of comfort while looking for your next move. And while you've been here, there's also, rumors. You know what to listen for. You know what to look for when it talks to maybe people who don't realize they're discussing something that they shouldn't be, and talking about something more kindred related than they may know. But you've got rumor of a individual, a very new kindred, probably 12th or 13th generation by the sort of way they're being described and their age. But a professor at MIT who does a late night study session in his personal lab that has rumored to have some decent connections with people who need to move around some things at night.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna like kind of stalk the area,
Mhm.
kind of check it out. Where he's at, hosting these evening get-togethers. Is there any exposure, like windows, that I can peek in or anything like that?
Yeah. So what you can tell off the bat is that it is inside of a campus building.
Mhm.
There is, you see a couple of students walking in and out freely of the doors. But when you're sort of looking around and being very much nonchalant about all of it, you can definitely tell that there is a little sign that says, Professor Link's late night studies, basement level. It's just like a paper sign that's plastered up on a bulletin board, that's sort of filled with all sorts of random stuff for the college life. But this piece right here is very much front and center. It looks like it's been put up relatively recently.
Does it have a phone number?
It does not have any sort of phone number on it. It just says basement level, and it gives room B122.
Okay. I would have picked up some stuff at a thrift store.
Sure.
Like a Letterman jacket, jeans, just trying to blend. Hair's up underneath the ball cap, so
Very much
And,
looking like Michael right now.
Not a bad way to be.
I look like hipster douchebag.
Not a bad way to be.
But
Yeah,
yes.
I'll head down just to kind of see what I can see.
And for the time being, we'll assume that Eva is following you within her, not Cloak of Shadows, but the Unseen Passage, sort of falling by stealthily. So you go ahead and open the door up very wide for her to be able to walk first. You go ahead and leave it behind you. Definitely, you guys have done this enough over the last couple of days where you guys are having sort of a routine for it all.
Do I notice any security cameras on the way in?
Looks like there is one on the way in, but it looks definitely like it's probably been updated within the last 5 to 10 years. It's not super old, but it's not like the brand new technology you've seen as well.
I'll make sure and not put my face on the camera.
Yep. You go ahead and head towards. There's obviously a large double door that's sort of propped open currently that shows a set of staircases that goes up and down. Easy enough to head down. It is that annoying, like, bright fluorescent light that sort of has like the more yellowish hue to it. It's not even like the nice white ones, but it's like one of the older ones that probably have been here for way too long and just haven't been updated because it's the basement. But you do see plenty of other rooms look like they're locked or lights off because they do have little slits in them that you can see through, like the look into the classroom. But you can see that 122's door is wide open. You see lights. And and you hear the sound of a very quiet, sort of like rock music being played. That sounds like it's coming from a phone or some other like small device rather than like
Okay.
a speaker or anything.
I'll kind of now just to make sure there's no other open doors or other lit up classrooms. This is like the only one.
Correct. This is the only one that you're able to make a good lap of this. It's just a singular hall, but you're able to make a good lap around to make sure that no other one is at like available that it could possibly be. But this, it looks like 122 is the one.
I'll kind of stop, kind of slice the pie on the door, making just kind of peeking in, seeing how many people look like they're here.
It looks like it's just the professor.
Okay. I'll just kind of step in and be like, kind of wave like, am I too late?
You were right on. And when you look at this guy, he is probably, at least looking at him, we're talking low to mid 20s, like very, very young for this guy for be a professor at MIT. No, please, come in. You're just right on time.
I'll kind of step inside, and if there's a place to take a seat, I'll make sure that when I go to sit down, I'll scoot another chair out, like it's out of my way.
Sure.
But that's for Eva to be able to kind of cop a squat while remaining unseen.
Yeah. He sort of looks around. And in a very quick instant, you recognize something as his eyes go completely black for a moment, and then they switch back to looking mundane. You've seen Carter do this before.
Is that usually when he's trying to find the Glovebox Nosferatu?
Exactly, using his specialized, but not like the, but it was the power he gained after tasting that La Sombra, not the Auspex version, but using the Oblivion power.
Right. I'll have the decency to look freaked out.
Eva, real quick, since you're joining us, welcome. Go ahead and make me 2 rouse checks, one for waking up this evening, and then one for unseen passage, please.
Okay, my roll 20 is not working, so I'm gonna go the old-fashioned way.
Woo! Yay, technology being a wonderful thing until it's not. I blame Glovebox Nosferatus in all cases.
Yeah, kind of.
It's usually a reasonable
Always.
assumption.
Oh, rip.
I think she's joining back on her phone, so video might be a little bit bad quality, but we'll get there. So while we're waiting for the results of that, wonderful news. He goes, I'm assuming you are something similar, yes?
Similar to what?
And he sort of smiles, and when he smiles it definitely like overly sized like grin. You can see the fangs begin to retract down before going back up.
Oh, I yes.
Very good.
Are you not concerned of being so blatant?
No, because if issues were to come from it, then neither of you would be walking out of the room, quite honestly.
Okay.
And as he sort of looks around and looks over, you begin to see three individuals sort of appear in the corner of the room that isn't extremely visible from the door, just sort of appear. And then they begin to disappear again. I think that is... And, you know, some of us are gifted with making people forget things.
Why they go away?
Just in case other folks happen to come in, they don't like being seen a whole lot.
Okay.
But I am, as you probably know, Professor Link, and I do some exchanging of goods. Is there anything I could help you find, or if you're looking for a person?
We don't have a lot of money.
That works for me.
What would you want?
It would depend on what you're looking for.
Purpose.
To a group or self-fulfilling?
Freedom with purpose.
Ah. He sort of stands up and he walks over to the door. And you see that there's a sign on it that when you walked in, that definitely said open. And you say, he flips it over, and it just is closed, walked away to bathroom, and had like a little timer on it. And then shuts the door. Are you looking for the tower or the movement, friend?
I think the movement.
Ah. Well,
But
if that is the case for looking for the movement, that is significantly easier than getting a option or opportunity with the court.
is the movement freedom?
I think it is freer than the other alternative is. You're more likely to be your own person, be your own entity that is free to do what you want.
Are the I act like I'm searching for words.
Sure.
Is the movement fighting with the other people?
They aren't actively at war, no. And both thrive within the city. But they aren't exactly on talking terms either.
Is safe with movement?
As safe as anyone in our line of work can be.
Okay. Yes, movement.
And what about you? As Eva, he looks over in your general direction and looks seemingly right into your soul as he looks right at you.
Oh, I'm in agreement with my friend here.
I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and drop the unseen passage as you begin to speak.
Yes.
Okay. Um, well, and if I may ask, just so I know for all my information, do you know from where you come? Do you know what has happened to you? Do you know what you are?
This is directed at me, correct?
Sort of looking at the both of you, like as he's sort of discussing it, like looking back and making sure, like a question for both of you.
I'll look at Dimitri, like side eye.
I know I'm hungry, and that only horrible thing make hunger go away.
Gotcha. But you don't know who did this to you or what?
I remember her face, but I don't know much more.
Okay. A couple of newbies, as it were. Well, that being the case, we can absolutely make a request to see if you guys will be able to have a meeting with the local baron, but they are a very busy individual and usually doesn't meet with people right off the bat without performing a few favors to make sure that you are on the up and up and not more issues than what is worth is.
Where is safe to eat?
Until you have this introduction, would definitely probably stay on the outskirts of the city for the most part. If there are some of us who enjoy animals, those are free throughout the city, no issue.
How far out of the city would you want us to go?
The further, the better. But as long as you aren't exactly right within, if you probably can't see the lettering on a closest building or a street sign, you're probably within the good spot.
Is park okay?
As long as it's not the downtown area, that's fine. And you see that he goes ahead and pulls out a phone and begins to send a text message out.
You know where job?
That's what I'm looking here and see if there's where we're looking at exactly.
She bartender know how to mix drink.
Oh, you're looking for day jobs, as we call them.
Job need money.
Yes. Tons of bars around downtown specifically. Some closer to campus, just down the street. But I don't know exactly if they're hiring.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Of course. Just keep your heads down. Come back here 45 minutes. And then we'll have some information on where you guys can go.
Okay, he is good.
And he will go ahead and sort of stand up, big smile on his face, and begin to head over to the door, open it, slip the sign around, and sort of.
Are you movement? I kind of point at him.
No, I'm in between jobs at the moment. As you can see, there's a couple of individuals who sort of begin to walk down the stairs and begin to head towards this room, the study room.
We come back.
Please. I look forward to seeing your paper on New England studies.
I love America.
Keep it up.
I'll turn and head for the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna awkwardly like, yep.
And you guys are able to easily enough make it out. And make it back outside. It is still cold here. Indiana was cold. It's a little bit colder here. Snow is definitely higher up. But nonetheless, you guys are at MIT. You can see there are a couple of people sort of walking around. Definitely not really anyone being any sort of loner type, but nonetheless able to look around and see that it has not a crazy big nightlife walking around, but there is some people that are definitely taking a stroll around campus.
Within our eyesight, can we see a couple bars that we could check out?
Yeah, you do. You guys do see a couple of bars as you guys look over. And it doesn't look like it's a super great locale, but it doesn't look super high up either.
Okay. We'll head that way just to kill some time.
Yeah. You guys head in, and it is rustic for the case of looking rustic. When you walk inside, it looks very well kept. It is very well managed. But it's just the look make it look more old timey, and look more like when it was first being settled.
Does it have bouncers?
It does not have any sort of bouncers, and it's not a crazy busy night either. You do see there are probably at maybe 15% capacity, so you're probably looking at upwards of like maybe 20 people inside of this bar.
Gotcha. We'll find a nice sort of secluded corner. Take a seat.
Okay.
So what do you think?
About what? There's a lot going on.
Indeed.
I mean, I like this bar. It's kind of a change of pace.
It is. This is much different than Indiana. Is for sure.
So, what was your question referring to? What are my thoughts about what part?
This whole situation. I mean, he dropped Masquerade very quickly.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting meeting.
Was. But
Tried to make up for it at the end, but
I don't know what to make of him. He's an interesting fellow.
I think anybody we meet is going to be an interesting fellow.
This is true. Now, if I want to get feeling for if you're positive about something or negative about something, I will speak to you in Russian. If you are positive, say da. And if you're negative, just say no. Or нет.
Okay.
Whatever you're more comfortable with.
Can't I just nod my head?
Is this way they think you speak Russian?
Oh.
And is way for you to communicate to me that you get oogie boogies.
All right, these 2 words, got it.
Da, нет.
Da, good.
No.
That sound good?
Нет.
Niet.
Oh,
Niet. Not an N?
Niet.
Just an IT.
Okay, it's in the back of the throat, okay? Niet. Press the tongue to the back of your teeth and niet. Niet.
Dimitri, that's gonna make me gag. I can't do that.
Okay, no will suffice. Just say no.
Okay, yeah. That and no. I
Ja
can do
and
that.
no. Okay, it's
Okay.
good.
Too bad you don't speak Spanish. I mean, I could have done that.
You speak Spanish?
Yeah, I mean, you take Spanish classes in high school.
You took Spanish in high school? How much
Hmm?
can you say?
Enough to make, I don't know,
Can
conversation.
you find a bathroom?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
See?
so if we
Conversation.
go to Spain, we said you can find us bathroom.
Sounds good. We might be better off in Russia, though.
Very much so.
Okay. I'm stressed. I'm just gonna plainly say that.
It's fair. Has been hard time. Do you worry about Hunter?
I've thought about him once and haven't thought since, which is awful.
It's not awful.
Um,
It's painful.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. I guess I tried to block out pain.
Your relationship before Blood Bond was strong?
No, actually, I just helped a friend. I use that very loosely. Out.
And how did Hunter come to be your thrall?
Honestly, I don't even know because it was within the week of everything even happening for me. So, yeah, I just saved his ass. That's our story.
And then you kept him around?
Yeah, I mean, I felt lonely for a while, so
Ah,
kind of just was nice to have a friend, and then we got to know each other, and it was hard to just be like, see you later.
so are you worried how he may feel when Blood Bond fade?
It may be good for him. I kind of feel bad all that happened between the other one of me. She ruined it, but
So she was playing with his mind?
I think so. I think he just thought I was more in love with him than what I actually was.
You were in love with him?
No, not me, the other one.
Oh, what? Hold on, I'm confused now.
Do you remember Beverly? That's who.
Yes, I remember Beverly, but she make Hunter think that you in love with her?
In love with
Him.
him.
With you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so, but how could he not tell difference between you and Beverly?
That's a really good question. I don't
I
know.
mean-
I never got to ask him. All this
Beverly
shit hit
was
the
little
fan.
softer, you know?
Oh, 100%, yes.
So I mean, I could tell difference right away.
Maybe he thought I changed. I don't know. I mean, who cares at this point?
Well, it's important. We have to think these things through.
Listen, I'm not really in the mindset of thinking. I mean, here's the deal. I'm just gonna start kind of whispering. I was ready to die.
Yes. I was not
No.
ready to let you die.
What?
You are
No,
my friend.
like-
I cannot let you die. It's not okay with me.
Right. But after everything happened with you and the other two, I kind of went a little rogue. And I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to run.
We're not running forever. We will go back.
I didn't say forever.
And when
It
we go
just,
back, we will make them bleed.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't even have to say that. I'm pretty sure we both think the same exact thing most of the time.
So we just have to raise an army. No problem.
2 to 100. There's 2 of us. We'll get 100. Maybe 1,000. I don't know. Are we pretty convincing?
It's not fair. I mean, with you and me together, 1,000 is not even a challenge.
I like that positivity.
Oh my goodness. This has been strange time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you and I don't talk so much. Mostly because we busy killing things. Is how we bond.
Yeah, usually it's just, oh, you threw a punch, I got you back.
That's right. We are like Vikings, yes?
Yeah. Again, you're thinking. I didn't even think about that. So,
So yes, we are like Vikings. The battle weary killers who raid and conquer. Yes?
I'm all down for that.
Then we need to find other like-minded savages.
And you think that the movement is going to help us with that?
Yes. We need to find your brethren. More of the leather jacket anarchists. Listen, they will follow you. They see your strength. They will follow you. Of this, I have no doubt. I think you can be Baron by week's end.
That's what we said about the other side, and look at that.
It came close.
Close, but not enough. That's okay.
You know, monkey rich, as they say. Not enough greasing of skids.
That term needs to go. We're in a new place now.
Okay, need to think of a new one.
Okay. So how are you feeling?
Angry. Very angry. All I see is red. My beast, it runs wild.
Yeah. Hard to control.
No, my beast is like shark. All it does is swim and eat.
Do we need to worry about that?
No. We just have to make sure we eat in the right place for a while.
Sounds about right. All right, I'm gonna go see if I'm just gonna go grab a drink really fast, just to, make things a little less weird that we're sitting in a corner.
Get me Shirley Temple.
Okay, sounds great.
I do want to ask, I'm assuming you guys also probably need to make rouse checks for blushing. I'm assuming you guys are not walking around.
Yeah.
100%. See if my roll 20 works.
New game, who dis? Hey, it works, and you're back with your critical successes on your rouse checks. You guys are...
Except for my old-fashioned ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we don't talk about those. You guys go ahead, get your drinks, and do you guys drink them while you guys are blushed up, or you guys sort of let them sit?
I would let mine sit.
I'll put mine to my lips, but I won't actually take a drink.
Okay.
Also, while I was asking for the drinks, I would also ask for an application.
Easy
have any jobs.
Enough. They say, please, and hand over the application, and sort of like, as they're going through, they're like, hey, actually, go put this, and this. Like, they're very much trying to get people to work here, because they're that understaffed, usually, that they're trying to, like, just use, like, the shortcuts here, put this on, and you'll sure get what you need here. So definitely seem
Okay.
eager for help. But you guys are able to go ahead, get what you guys needed, and wait for the 45 minutes to pass before heading back to campus to continue your conversation with Professor Link. So, I got in touch with some individuals, and you guys are not the only individuals inside of the room currently. It looks like there are some people that are actually doing some studying in here. And you could tell that he is sort of annoyed by the fact, but nonetheless sort of just continues on about it. I got in touch with our friends, and they said that they are willing to meet, but there is a individual you have to meet first that will sort of usher you in to where you guys need to go. Okay?
Oh, okay, whatever you say.
You guys have a phone, yes?
We have phone, yes.
Perfect. Give this number a call, and he goes ahead and like slides over a piece of paper that was torn off of a notebook that has a phone number on it. Get that number a call, and they'll go ahead and get you taken care of.
Oh, okay. Is all?
They'll get you on the they'll get you started for where you need to go.
Yes, to the enroll in right class.
Correct.
Good. Thank you.
I'm gonna pass over like a piece of scratch paper and just be like, I was just seeing if these facts checked out for this area. You could take a look at it. We'll talk about it later.
Well, perfect. And one of the students ends up asking, "Hey, professor," and he rolls his eyes and begins to head back towards the students.
Such nerds.
Yes, it's nerds.
I mean, I guess we're nerds now too. All right, let's go, nerd.
Yes, nerds, let's go. I love America.
You don't have to say that every time we walk out.
It's true.
And it just says, it has a phone number, and then CBW above it.
Okay. I will once we get outside, I'll kind of walk away out of earshot of anybody else and place the call.
Okay.
I'll hand the phone to Eva.
Eva, you're handed a phone that is already ringing.
Okay, thanks. I don't even. Okay.
Ian, your phone begins to ring.
Ah, excellent. I'll answer it. Just, hello.
Hi. I was told to call this number.
Interesting. And who am I speaking with currently?
Fake name, fake
Can
name.
we meet? I would rather meet in person and tell you all of that information.
And I would rather understand who I'm dealing with before learning what your
Fine.
face looks like.
Well, my name is Jane. So, and now you want to know what my face looks like?
No, I'll learn of that soon enough.
That's not creepy at all, but okay.
Consider me intrigued.
Can you talk a little faster? I kind of want this phone call to be over.
Very well. The front door will be unlocked. Knock twice and ask for Charlie. And I'll provide the address to my business.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I'll give the phone back to Dimitri and hang up. I'll be like, we'll send the address.
Sounded like interesting conversation from your side.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get along with this person, but I will attempt.
Well, don't kill him yet. I
Yes,
said
I will
yet
try.
and made it sound like yet. I was like, don't kill him yet. We'll summon an Uber and head that direction.
Do you have the blood ritual capable for that?
No, but I have the app.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's an app for that.
That's for everything.
Exactly, including blood sorcery.
I need to download that bad boy.
But you go ahead and arrive, and Claudius, please describe what this building looks like as they pull up.
All right. So welcome to. I wrote down the name because I knew this was going to be a thing. So you pull up out front of a mortuary, and you can read the sign. It is the Oak Blossom Crematorium and Burial. There's a nice cemetery adjacent to the building. Definitely not. Definitely not just kind of like, I don't know what the word would be for warmongering, but for dead bodies. But it's nice enough. It's a inviting and warm, if not vaguely off-putting kind of building, just given the nature of the business. The big defining features of it are a large like wrought iron gate and a very, very meticulously clean white wood door to the front of this place, like big wooden double doors.
Now what?
Oh, not maybe they'll answer. I don't know.
I'll knock on the door.
If anybody's gonna answer, it would be my retainer.
Yeah.
I don't handle the day to day.
Fancy.
You go ahead and you see a individual, very well dressed, sort of walk up. And on it says on a small, very well put together name tag, just says Charlie.
Oh, hello. We were supposed to ask for Charlie, but it looks like you are Charlie.
And sorry, go ahead.
We called number.
Yes. He takes the name tag off. It was all a prank. Puts it on and puts it away in his pocket before. Please,
Wait,
please.
How is funny?
You'll see. Please follow me.
I don't
Did
know
you
if I'm going to
understand
contain
me?
myself, D. No.
Is why Yuri. Yuri.
While you walk in and begin to sort of head through the front half of the business, you definitely head towards the back. And Claudius, if you want to go ahead and describe what you look like.
All right. So
I'm terrified.
this is through the main, like, where you would see the business side of everything going on, like consultation area, etc., etc. Down some stairs into the basement, through a door behind the embalming room, into what looks like another embalming room. and sitting behind a very nice desk that is meticulously put together, everything exactly where it goes. It's very tall, very slender, very pale person. Um, a little on the more androgynous side of things, and with about shoulder length, darker hair. In the lighting, maybe kind of brown, but maybe closer to like the black hair side of things. Um, with just very sharp, angular features and big round rimmed glasses, round framed glasses. And they just kind of look up from their work. I'm assuming that you're the ones from the phone call.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Da.
Perfect. And now, how may Demetrius be of service?
You are Demetrius?
No, I am Claudius, but Demetrius is the one with the resources.
Who is Demetrius? If we need meet Demetrius, why we meet with Claudius?
Claudius is the one who screens the calls.
I'm confused.
It's
Yeah,
very-
this might be a little too much. We might need a different person.
English is not first language. You speak funny. Pardon English. I'm confused.
I'm just gonna pick up a notepad, kind of turn it horizontally and in big letters. It's like write something and turn it around, and it just says, "What?" Question mark want question mark.
Oh no.
Yes, movement. Movement.
Ah,
I want movement.
as it, hold on, let me see if I have a thing. New character, who this? You know, for how much I use Since the Beast, I miss having it already. I'm gonna kind of look around for a second, make eye contact with Charlie, and then So, before we speak frankly, who was it that you had received my phone number from?
I don't know. Wait, I'll say some stuff to Eva in Russian.
Da.
He's man at college in basement.
And I would know who that is.
You
correct?
absolutely know who
Okay.
Professor Link is.
Excellent. So I assume that distantly we may be siblings?
I'll say something in Russian again.
That's a very interesting term. Maybe? Question mark.
Just kind of staring and looking around. I take glasses off, make sure they're not dirty for a second, put them back on. If it's the movement that you are looking for, then perhaps I may know someone else to put you in touch with.
You are not movement?
I am the placement program, if you would.
So you're the go-between.
Yes.
He's like errand boy, yes?
No.
Busboy, yeah.
Errand boy seems more of I do as I'm told.
It's not true?
I
That
do
is.
as I prefer.
So you are a baron? Yeah.
No.
Dimitri.
There's the third option of living your own
Smack!
life.
Yuri! Yuri!
Wolf.
Was I smacked?
No, I
No,
think
I-
Eva
no,
was.
me.
Smacked it. You smacked Eva.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
She
That was your middle name.
always
I'm
mess up
sorry.
name. She always call me wrong name. She have handsome boyfriend named this. He Russian, I Russian. She don't. It's like people. They all look same to you. Yes, we Slavic. You think I all look same? You, I don't know. Hairless cat. I'm not sure.
Okay.
If I were to be feline, a Sphinx cat would be acceptable. Then they kind of
So
like look off, thinking about that, like just kind of musing on the idea of being a Sphinx cat for a moment.
Can we get back to business? Sorry, I
Yes.
called you my ex, and we just need to get in touch with whoever it is that can help us out. I didn't know that. Well, I kind of knew you were the in between person, however you want to state that. And anyway, can we just have the next person's number or address or whatever it is that?
Allow me to work my magic.
How long is that going to take?
Moments. As he's like, as they're like turning around, is saying that they're already like going through things. A Rolodex comes out, and it's like nobody in there, and they're gonna kind of like, like toddle off into like this bookcase, and they're kind of looking through things. Yes, Charlie, my phone, please.
People are in this room. I'm so confused.
It's just Charlie and I.
Yeah, but there was another name thrown out.
Demetrius.
Don't need to worry about Demetrius.
Stop.
Demetrius is in another castle. It's a little bit of Mario humor for the folks at home. That's what I'm calling you in this statement. Eventually, when Charlie hands me the phone, I'm gonna look at it, kind of hold it a little further away, just like more, just like in disdain of it, just like looking at it, like, and then just stabbing at the numbers as opposed to.
Are you pinky dialing?
Yes, just like the whole time. I'm kind of just over it.
A lot of germs on that phone.
It's not the germs I'm worried about. It's the.
Oh, okay.
It's radiation.
There's a lot of things at play.
Cook your brain.
And
I can type faster.
so I'm gonna call Lucas. I'm just gonna.
As you're making this phone call, a few things that I just want to note for you and the audience at home. One, this voice is amazing for Claudius. And two, I just forgot how absolutely, it was only 2 weeks, but absolutely brash even Dimitri are when together in meeting new people. It is.
I love it so much. I love it
Holy
so
cow. But yes, as this phone call is taking place, Lucas, your phone begins to ring. It is a number you don't use often enough, but you do have it saved for these special cases.
Don't have anything from your mic there.
It sounds like your mic might be muted.
Are you muted? Are you hard muted?
Technology problems.
While you're sorting that, I'm going to like.
How about now?
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Well, hello.
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 I happen to have a couple of strays looking for a home.
Excuse you?
And I kind of put my hand to the phone. Figures of speech in the business. Then I'll go back to talking on the phone.
Sure. You know I'm down for that sort of thing. Send on my way.
Excellent. Would you be willing to pick them up, or how shall I deliver them?
Sure, we could pick them up. You can't deliver them either way.
That's Just not the right kind of night to be outside. It's chilly. So yes,
I've seen your
same address as the before. Knock twice, ask for Charlie. If someone else answers, and he'll bring you in.
We're doing the Charlie thing again. Okay, sure.
Charlie has a job to make sure he's used to his potential.
Wow.
Charlie just kind of like I look at Charlie and I kind of nod. He's just like,
Charlie, can you explain joke now?
Oh. I don't really wear name tags. That was it.
he's quite the jokester.
You should
Can I
probably
have
leave
your name
now.
card then?
Oh. Okay.
Charlie,
Yes.
we're expecting another guest.
Goody.
Quite the busy evening.
You see him get Charlie gets very, very excited. And begins to run up the stairs and wait suddenly by the door.
The lovable scamp.
I'm gonna look at Claudia. Do you ever leave this, whatever you call this, office?
Well, yes, I do quite often leave my surgery.
But
Most
you
of
can't
the,
answer the door. No, we're just
What?
gonna skip that. Don't even ask.
what is the point of having someone to open the door if I do it myself?
Exercise is good
Yeah, I
And-
think Charlie could be used other places.
So this whole time, Claudius has had very bad posture,
Right.
like kind of hunched a little bit. But they stand at their full height, and they're pushing like 6'8", maybe closer to 7 feet. They're tall as shit. Just, perhaps I should look into the cardiovascular exercise.
It's good for you.
Now, when you mentioned you were pale, are you naturally pale or are you non-blushed currently?
So currently I'm not blushed, but I am also naturally pale.
Understood.
So the difference between blushed and not is
But mere
small.
shades.
But
So you
near,
looked like a vampire before you were.
Right.
absolutely. And I would like to point out that being in a surgery behind an embalming room in a funeral home, it is cold in here.
Right.
So the fact that I'm just like, it's chilly, I don't want to go out.
So, are you believer
In
the movement?
I believe that it gives people the hope they need to survive.
You don't need this hope.
It's not the kind of hope I'm looking for.
What kind of hope?
I haven't found it yet.
Then how do you know this is not the right hope?
Not a fan of someone bigger and stronger looking just because it's aesthetic muscle over any other telling me when, how, where I can be at any given moment. The same goes for the Camarilla.
So basically
Movement.
anything.
It's not freedom.
It's a type of freedom. It's more freedom than the Camarilla, I will give you that.
So you are
They refer to us as
independent?
100% correct, my Russian friend.
Ah, you not worry someone come along and kill you because you no have friends to back you up.
I have friends and I've
Are
made
they
myself
indoors?
helpful. If they need a place, then perhaps.
I'll kind of look over at Eva. Could do worse.
No, I'll open one of the drawers, and it's not just like a metal slab. There's like a sleeping bag in there, and it's like nice and tried to be padded a little bit.
You mind if I give go?
That is acceptable.
I'll take off my leather jacket, chuck it down, and
Please remove
Slide
your
off.
shoes as well.
yeah. I take boots off. I no live in barn.
I appreciate the forethought.
And I'll climb up on the thing and shimmy inside the sleeping bag. He's comfortable.
It's a lot comfier than where you've been staying for the last couple of nights.
Hey, could slide me and close door.
Just gonna look. And I'll gently push the wheels, the caster wheels on this rail are mint. So just the slightest bit of pressure just
It's like ride.
I've been told it's like a second womb.
Close the door.
Snug as a bug.
How long is this person gonna take? Feels like we've been here for an hour.
He's punctual. You've seen Lord of the Rings, correct?
No.
Well, Lucas is neither early nor is he late.
I'm
Lucas
guessing
arrives
that's
precisely
well.
when he means to.
Okay. Do you have anything in this office I can just like pass time with? Besides going in one of those things, because I don't feel safe in that.
Claudius steps aside and kind of motions to a very compact but well stocked and used library shelf. It's lots of books, but in this kind of haphazard organization. Not all of the books have homes sitting straight up. Some of them are kind of just placed on the shelf in small stacks and things. It's plenty to read if you so desire.
Yeah. I'll pick up a book and just continue with the conversation. So, you say that you still have friends, even though you're not sided with one or the other.
Correct. There are several of us in this area who have, for one reason or another, decided that, well, neither side is the correct choice for them.
Is this normal for this area?
I would say that it's not abnormal, nor is it out of the norm in most areas I've read about, or inquired thereof. If you
I'm
look
just gonna
deep
kinda, like
enough,
oh, okay.
flip rocks,
Look
there's always bugs somewhere. And I'm aware that I
wrong.
referred to myself as a bug.
Duly noted.
Some of us are spiders, some are centipedes, others are roaches. But we all have a place and a part to play in the ecosystem.
So you help all sides?
Should I enjoy the cause? Yes. Should the pay be correct? Yes. Pro bono on the side, should someone absolutely need, from time to time. But perhaps my favorite part of it is just knowing that I'm under this skin. Not literally, see, as I still stand here outside of someone else's body.
I got that. Thank you
Mm.
for clarifying
You
that
just
metaphor.
you had said earlier that I was creeping you out, so I did not want to think that You thought that I wore skin from other people. That's
I,
too far.
listen, I just anyway, I'm not gonna. You're cool. It's all good.
Now, if you will pardon me for just a moment, I must inquire upon our guest. Going to kind of leave the safety of my surgery and skulk about the empty halls below. We're back into that kind of bad posture, and as I'm walking out, I do don a cloak.
Yes.
We are moving in a very General Grievous style through these halls.
I feel like before the embrace, Claudius absolutely starred in every like Dracula play because it's the only person that fit the part.
Claudius has been waiting for this role their whole life.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Um,
Didn't know this was gonna be this much of a this character was gonna be this much fun to play. Holy shit. Michael who?
exactly.
India what?
You guys wait just a few more moments before you guys hear some very excited clapping in the distance before you hear Charlie open the door. Oh, please come in. And Claudius, you now see Lucas walking in the front of your establishment. Lucas, what do you look like, Lucas?
Lucas is sort of both kind of nondescript and also pretty good looking, but just in a very sort of average type way. So he's sort of average height. He looks like he could fit in anywhere. He's currently very much wearing casual clothes and looking sort of the opposite of what I feel like Claudius is emanating. But yeah, so just blonde hair, average height, good build, looks like the kind of person that anybody would be good to talk to.
Lucas, my dear boy. Thank you for taking the time to see me this evening.
Happy to help anytime.
Now, if you will follow me to the study, that's where our new friends have gathered.
So how many strays do we have tonight?
So far this evening, I've counted 2.
Okay, perfect. Anything I should know?
One's Russian and the other has a temper.
Okay, we'll do.
I'd be surprised if my books were still intact when we get back, but that's neither here nor there.
And what are they looking for?
Place to be. A movement to call their own.
Well, a movement specifically.
Sanctuary. Yes, I've gathered that they are not so fond of the ivory tower.
Is anybody really?
You'd be surprised. This whole time I've just been leading the way kind of back to the... You know what? I've called it a couple different things. We're just going to call it the laboratory. We're just going to stop dancing around it. It's Claudius' laboratory now.
Are you carrying a candelabra?
No.
Just
We have working internal electricity. Candles are not needed. Please remove your head from your posterior, Lucas.
But you could be. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, and the vibes would be immaculate.
Surgery by candlelight. Love it.
I hope for nothing more.
done worse.
Um, as you guys sort of wrap up this conversation of surgery by candlelight, you guys begin to enter in the study slash surgery slash laboratory.
Put some stank on the laboratory. It feels good. Do it one time for the one time.
So you're here.
Coward. As we enter, I'm gonna make a beeline for the I don't know what the word is for it. The door that Dimitri is behind.
Yes.
Gonna open it up, and as I kind of roll the slab out, just lady and gentlemen, may I please introduce you to tonight's guest, Lucas.
Hello.
I hope you enjoyed your nap.
That was very comfortable, thank you.
I've done many things to try to make it a comfortable stay.
How much do you charge for one of these per night?
Usually it's reserved for my friends should they need a place as the sun arrives, but
What does
If
it
you-
take to become friend? Hug? I give him a hug.
just
Mm,
we'll discuss friendship as I get to know you.
And it's a long hug.
I'm looking at Charlie like, "Please."
Charlie gets excited for a
You're-
moment
you're
and
at work right
realizing,
now.
like, wait, you want, okay. And then they begin to, like, Dimitri, you begin to feel Charlie, like, pull you back and, like, try to pry you off of,
I'll give it a good, 10 count before I finally let go.
And I don't think we've established this. Charlie is clearly the antithesis in all ways to
yeah.
Claudius. So where Claudius is very tall and angular, Charlie is a very small, round man. He's all of 5 foot, maybe, but with a very, very well groomed mustache. Yes. May I introduce you to Lucas?
It's pleasure. I am Yuri. This is Jane.
Yuri, Jane, Lucas, or Luke, or Tuck, whatever you feel like calling me. It's fine.
I'm confused.
They seem to be confused a lot this evening. I think they're fresh.
Is Lucas? Luke? Luca?
Just say Luke.
Just say
Luke.
Lucas. It's fine.
Lucas. That's fine.
Yes.
Okay. It's good, Lucas. That's fine.
So I hear you looking to join, to find a movement, find something safe and free.
Yes, we met a man who said that if we want freedom, is better for movement than other place.
Sure. I mean, better, definitely. Kind of all the same, but better.
I'm confused.
It's
So
a
it's not
real
free.
damned if you do, damned if you do not kind of situation.
What it sounds like.
Are you Baron?
Oh no, definitely not.
You don't wish to be?
Oh, that sounds terrible.
This is a
I
gentleman.
just gotta
when
do
you
my own
asked if
thing,
I-
man.
When you asked if I had friends earlier, this would be one of them.
This
So
is one
are
of your
you-
friends.
Are you with movement?
I help people get where they need to go. We can get you to the movement if that's what you're looking for.
What is this?
But you're not. So you're
This
like
guy-
in the middle, like this.
No movement. He called another guy who no movement. What the hell is going on?
The movement are nicer to talk to than the tower. So I thought I'd share the love this evening.
Listen, we don't have. Well, I'll just speak for myself. I don't have the patience for this. So you either need to get us in the right direction, or you need to find us somebody else because I cannot handle this conversation.
It's been hard week.
Sure. You want to talk about it?
Friends die. Um, confused a lot. Don't know what to do. I know movement is different, or I hear. Now you make sound like movement is the same. And you know movement, he know movement. Why man send us to you if you know movement? We tell him we want movement.
Oh, we can get you to the movement. That's not a problem.
Oh, okay, yes, please take us to movement.
Charlie, grab my going out cloak.
Oh, you're coming.
Of course, of course. One moment, Claudius.
I guess it was understood that we were going to be introduced to somebody in the movement that could help us right away, not to be passed along like strays, as you guys call us.
Riddle me this.
No, Lucas. I am referring all of my questions to Lucas.
That's fine. Lucas, riddle me this. Do they seem as if they are from here, or do they feel more out of town?
I mean, we are definitely not from here.
Yeah, I do not have a New England accent, so I mean, it's pretty obvious, right?
Yes, but you have the attitude. I figured you would have walked in here like, hey, what's going on over here, over there? But that's not exactly how that's going to be happening now, is it?
No.
No,
Uh,
Claudius.
I'm just gonna kind of put a reassuring hand on Eva's arm, like, don't kill him.
Our two ex-Camarilla friends are looking for help with finding a new home.
No, he's not ex-Camarilla. He's never been. We hear.
Lucas will give you a big wink.
No,
Sure.
I'm looking both of them up and down, looking for brands, scars, tattoos, anything, markings that place them somewhere.
How close are you looking?
I mean, what I can see.
Okay.
Think of it standing. So if it's you two, I'm putting myself behind Lucas, like almost over his shoulder. Think of it as like a kind of
Taking a gander, if you will.
yeah. It's not a disgusted look, but it's not a very welcoming one.
It's not like full Nosferatu, it's like half Nosferatu, you know?
So you can see on Dimitri's neck there is a tattoo of a knife that on one side of the collarbone it sticks in and it comes out the other side with a gap in the middle. That's pretty much the only exposed tattoo he has.
Yuri, can we do you guys mind if we step out in the hallway for a second?
I am not offended by that. Private conversations are paramount to friendships.
No
Rough.
hug?
Roughly about this time, Charlie comes in, very excited. I have the cloak!
Thank you. I'm going to take off my indoor cloak and put on my going out cloak.
It's the exact same cloak, but just has a little bit of snow on it.
This one's just a little heavier.
Exactly.
Okay, I guess we'll go. I think we're going to go all the way outside. Since it's not that far.
Yeah, not that far and definitely safe from possible non-prying ears, as it were.
Yes.
We'll be taking your vehicle, I believe, Lucas.
Jane, what is up?
Do we think lying to them is the best option here?
We have no other choice.
I mean, The new guy already said it, Lucas. I mean, kind of.
Well, it's not uncommon for people who used to be in the cam who want to make change. Usually, people don't wake up and know this kind of information, so probably deduction. But we can't not use our names. One
I
simple search is going to put lots of pain on us. And these guys may sell us to the highest bidder. We do not
yes,
know
but
them.
I think that could happen anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we have to watch, be careful, and if we have to, kill them. But I think being Yuri and Jane is much safer.
Oh
Word
yeah,
gets
I mean,
around that Dimitri and Eva in Boston is not good for us. We are
right.
not
I
so
mean,
far.
I 100% with the names. I'm just wondering, like, could we say that we were cam and now we're not because we didn't agree with things?
Let him draw own conclusions. The less you say, the less you have to remember.
Yes, but if you put yourself into a lie, that's a lot to remember too.
Just told him we don't remember much.
Okay,
It's what I
just
say.
making sure. Yeah, I know that's what you said. I wanted to stop it before it got farther, and I have to
No,
remember
no,
all this.
no. We don't have to tell a bunch of story. I mean, you make up your own story. So
No,
it's fine.
I don't know about making up a story. Anyway, yes, I think it will be fine. I was just making sure we're on the same page.
Yes, yes. I think, lay low, find the movement, do what we need to do.
Sounds good.
Okay, now we go back inside and
A
try not to
storyteller
kill
question.
anyone.
Yes.
Do we recognize these two at all? Like, would video from Indy have made it here? Right.
That's a very good question. And I would like to double that question as my own.
This catastrophic masquerade breach feels like the kind of thing that we would have heard about.
However, at the same time, wouldn't the cam move to suppress it as quickly as possible instead of allowing it just to continue to exist and spread? That threatens vampire society more than
Right. So let's make a couple of rolls here first off. Let us go ahead and make a... Sorry, I'm pulling up the sheet real quick. Man, almost a full session and not a whole lot of dice rolled. I don't know how I feel about this today, guys. I'm gonna be honest.
Politics, maybe?
So for the first roll, let's go ahead and roll wits and politics. For the first roll, DC is going to be 3. You may surge if you would like.
So DC3.
Don't feel like I have any
DC3.
character reason to surge on that.
Sure.
Look at that. 4.
Thanks, with the voice and all. Okay, so both of you guys. Let's see here. You guys have seen that footage. It was posted everywhere on news channels. It was posted on YouTube, underneath compilations for different things. Most of it has been removed, probably within 24 hours of it being posted. Was very, very quick to get removed. A lot of humbug about it being, is it authentic? Was it for a movie? Is it X, Y, or Z was going through, but you did hear that it was, in fact, a masquerade breach. But you also heard rumors that it was confirmed that both of the individuals who were responsible for that breach were given the final death that evening. Now, I want you to go ahead and roll Wits plus Insight, DC 3 as well.
You know what? I'm gonna surge on this one.
Okay.
My curiosity is piqued.
I feel the same way.
Delectable.
How much do we get for a surge?
Two dice if you are
two.
BP1.
Is this still difficulty 3?
This one is difficulty 4.
Oh, 4, you say?
Yes, this is difficult.
We're willpowering that. That's not real.
That's not a real bestial failure, is what you're telling me?
No. You believe I, Claudius B. Wellington, allow my beasts such freedoms?
Yes.
Only sometimes.
I like the whole hand thing you got going on. It feels very Claudius, I will say.
I put on a cardigan this evening and a nice button-up shirt.
It feels
Just to
very
kinda-
Claudius.
Just to kind of get into it a little more. I might have to look into some sort of cloak for next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit stand desk, so I'll sit over here and be swishy with it all the time. We're re-rolling
Laboratory.
3 of those.
Yep. Okay, so Lucas, you got the 4 needed,
Damn. I'm at 2 then.
and Claudius with the bestial failure.
Is it still a bestial failure?
Yeah, if you roll a skull and do not meet the DC, it is a bestial failure.
Well, now I'm just pissed that I don't know what's going on. I'm just pissed that I
What did
can't
they
put it
bring into
together.
your laboratory? Is the question.
Yeah, 100%. Excuse me. Why do these people look like the people from the internet? What did they bring to my doorstep? Am I going to have
This is
Kamites?
the literal conversation we're having while they're outside. I think.
100%. Am I going to have Kamites like termites crawling around my well-established, well-respected business?
No, we'll stop that. Don't worry.
I swear to everything, Lucas. If this brings any sort of heat in my direction, someone will rue the day.
Oh,
They decided to cross Claudius B. Wellington.
I will try to keep my composure there.
I believe in you. You are a very composed, strapping young lad.
you get frustrated. You remember it, and something's just not clicking for you, Claudius. Something is just almost there, but it's like that feeling where you get frustrated because something's on the tip of your tongue and you can't figure out what it is. That is what you're going through. So much so, it's spiraling you into a compulsion. So you are suffering from your clan compulsion of morbidity.
Yes.
You have the immediate need to move something to life to death or vice versa. Any action that's not dedicated to ending or resurrecting something is taking a 2 dice penalty until you either kill something or bring something back to life.
So, what I'm gonna do with this while they're still outside? Lucas is in the room, but that's whatever. He's superfluous at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Claudius is going to rise to their full height once again, like complete, like good posture, and take very intentional, very specific strides towards one of the bookcases. And I'm just going to knock it over, like with gusto, like throw it.
Okay.
I'm hoping that satisfies the compulsion. It's breaking something. It's moving something from how it should be to disorder.
No, not enough to actively break your compulsion.
Fine.
But now you have a lot of books all over the floor.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start trying to pick up the. I'm gonna put the bookshelf back up where it should be.
Uh-huh.
Then Charlie, there's books on the floor.
I didn't even see those. And he goes and gets to pick up the books and putting them not like how they were, and also not perfect, just sort of like haphazardly just tossing them onto the shelf.
Lucas, you get the feeling that this happens a lot.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this before.
Oh, yeah, probably.
At least once.
At least one. Usually works.
You did get... I was called you Carter. Lucas, you did get 4. They look similar enough to those individuals. You're not 100% sure. They're either, one, the 2 individuals who did break the masquerade, or they are siblings of those people. Whichever one you want to believe is the correct one is where you go. But you definitely see there is a heavy resemblance, if not exactly these 2 are the individuals who did indeed break the masquerade and are trying to now lay low and see about a movement. Cool. Right about this time, Jane and Yuri, as it were, have re-entered into the office. You 2 see Charlie is picking up some books.
Everything okay in here? Why are books everywhere?
We had a bit of an accident, but everyone's fine.
Kind of a weird accident, but okay. I'll start helping Charlie pick up the books.
No, he's fine.
I'm still gonna do it.
Not one to tell how her mind should work.
I'm learning.
Is good.
Not to paint with a broad brush here, but Bruja, I would assume.
You got it.
And you, my Letterman jacket-clad friend.
I don't know.
He's a bit slower on learning all this stuff.
Naturally. Shall we?
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, where are we going?
Lucas.
Or killer.
You do know, as you have done this a couple of times both ways, but for those individuals looking for Anarch, and you have ran into at least one of the local barons on a handful of times, and they do typically like their new individuals to show that they are indeed for the movement. Usually it's nothing too drastic, not breaking in any places or anything like that, but enough to show that they are actively trying to, not just be a Camarilla member trying to get information from the Anarchs or anything like that. But you do know of a retainer that one of the barons use to sort of start this process to where you could send them and they would have a thing to complete, whether it is you've seen anywhere between small smash grabs of something to annoy a known cam member or anything from tagging, stuff like this. Really stick it to the man, but you do have that individual's number.
And I think Lucas sort of feels like what these two have done in their past is their business. We all have made mistakes, and it's not his job to call them on it.
Mhm.
He is concerned that somebody else might recognize him. What with this retainer and this baron? How likely is it, in Lucas's opinion, that they'll put two and two together like he did?
Probably not very much. You have the benefit of not being blinded by your own ideals that the Anarch movement has that may not see if something the Cam did on the halfway across the country is going to be a bigger deal. A lot of those have things that they're worried about within their city more so than the larger picture where Indy sort of hear a little bit of everything across because you don't really care what goes on to your city because you're not part of anything in your city. So you probably have a more direct access through other people who are also independent that maybe live in Indiana who have heard about this, sort of spread it. Be like, hey, this happened. But it's rumored that they also were died that same night by the people that took care of the issue. So, very, very unlikely, you would believe.
That makes me feel. Did that person have a name? Because I get the sense that Jane is ready to pummel me to death if I don't give her an actual name of somebody in the movement.
Yes, that person, his name is Mary.
Well, I will definitely relay that. I know who to call. You'll probably have to prove that you're serious. Nothing too dramatic.
Who do we have to kill?
Whoa.
That was a little dark there.
Oh, sorry. What building do we have to burn down?
So,
Um,
th-
I think you're in the wrong mindset right now. But I think it was that nap. You're good though.
I think I am hungry.
Oh,
don't mean to be rude, but you don't seem new to this. Is that correct?
New to what?
Sort of gestures at the laboratory. Um,
Yes, I've never been here before.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. The new to this lifestyle. Typically, our strays are dustborn, thin blood, and very young.
Oh,
well, some people probably just do research more than others too. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was yesterday.
It's been my experience that people that jump straight to who do I need to kill have been at this
oh
a while.
no! Before
It's a
change,
term.
I was criminal.
term.
I killing was not problem for me. I do this much.
They were gonna
Claudius
I'll
kind of
open-
closes their cloak around them a little tighter at that
I'll
point.
pull my
Just,
shirt
"Hmm."
open more to show my stars, my thieves' stars. I was worried. Killing's no problem. I sent people's family members' heads to them in mail. It's okay.
I look at Claudius.
Right now.
Okay.
Interesting.
As you make a phone call and try to figure out the details from Mary on what their next detail or their next job is going to be, that is where we will go ahead and wrap up with this amazing episode of Indy by Night, barring all technical issues that we had trying to bring us down this evening. Much like Dimitri and Eva, we are going to stick it to the man that is technology and have a fantastic episode anyway. For those of you guys at home, this was episode 53, The Other Side, where we got to see a little bit more of what Eva and Dimitri are up to after we seen the spectacular other side of the tape, as it were, with Michael and Carter last week. This is also happy anniversary to the cast members. This is 1 year, roughly. Tomorrow would be the official date, but 1 year since us starting Indy by Night. So, woo woo. Out of the 52 weeks that there are in the year, we had 53 episodes. So, let's go on that. Because I'm just surprised we made it, at least once a week, yet alone going above and beyond. So, round of applause.
We did it.
Just when I thought the story was about to wrap up, you guys threw me a curveball and said, no, we're here for another 50. We want to see what the Anarchs are about with these same characters. So I'm very excited for this next leg of the journey and to see exactly how this is going to go with Eva, Dimitri, Lucas, and Claudius.
Claudius.
Less saying the word and more just sighing through it. You just gotta kind of sigh through most of your words.
Hello.
Hello.
It's
Thanks.
a pleasure to meet you.
I hate all of it.
I'm so enthused that you're at my doorstep.
I can barely contain my excitement.
I've never been so enthused.
Oh, wow. You even cut it to enthused, bro.
Consider me whelmed.
Fully well.
As always, for the last about roughly 10 episodes and for the foreseeable future, make sure to check out the wonderful folks at, let's see if it works,
Adventure Dice.
Adventure Dice. Indy by
Adventure
Nice
Dice.
is sponsored by Adventure Dice, and head over to adventuredice.ca, use code JBrews for 10% off your order. The only thing that it does not include are the dice that are meant for charity, as we want to make sure that they get all of the money that they can for those charities. They do not take that percentage off. But, again, make sure to head over to adventuredice.ca and check them out. They have a lot of really cool dice. They also have subscriptions where you just get dice monthly. So make sure to check that out. All of that goes with the code JBrews. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys next week with another wonderful episode with this cast. It's good to see Eva and Dimitri back in the driver's seat and how just absolutely stop with the short talk before I punch someone they can be. But thank you guys so much again for the fantastic year of this adventure. And we will see you guys for another episode next week. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.